Welcome back everybody to Coldstream Rod Shop. I'm Derek Fraser. Here's an update on where we are with the 32 Ford chassis. Last time we had the chassis sitting on blocks at ride heights. I had adjusted the rear pinion angle on the back and I had set the caster on the front axle. Since then I've added the back shocks, I've put the drum brakes together, the front shocks, front disc brakes, steering is back on, and I've reinstalled the master cylinder, the power booster, and all the brake lines that I previously made on another episode. At this stage, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the brake pedal on. I'm actually going to fill it up with hydraulic fluid, and we're going to pre-charge the brakes and bleed everything. On the front, the other adjustment that I did or was able to do was set the toe in. In addition to the setting the caster at 7 degrees here, you also want to have a toe in on the front wheels of about 1/8 of an inch between, like the distance between here and here is going to be about 1/8 of an inch less than what it is on the back. That way your wheels aren't darting. Later on, we get the truck all put together. I will get it lined up, but the best you can do when you're assembling it is basically make sure your rear axle is square, same distance from your back to your front. And I think what I mentioned on the last episode was I need 106 inches wheelbase. I was at 105. I actually had to lengthen these arms out, and I'm at my 106 now. So once I got the spring in and up and down, everything's all nice and straight now. Next step is actually to get my engine back from DWA, who's building it, and then start working over in the other building. So if you want to come over to the other building, I'll show you what I'm doing with the cab. I've cleaned up the floor after the paint fiasco last time of not having the fans, which I won't do again. And I've started taking the cab apart. One of the things this thing needed a lot of love was working on the roof, taking some of the dents out and shrinking. Still got a little bit more work to do before I'm happy with it. Most of the places is going to require like a 1/16 inch of some body fill. I've taken everything apart. I've got the firewall, the trans tunnel. I've got the 2 sections welded together. The front windshield, this is the original front windshield. Amazingly, I was able to get the original screws out of here. A friend of mine, Daryl Bunn, suggested to me to heat the original screws up and then just with a propane torch, get them nice and hot, and just take a little piece of paraffin wax and touch it in there, and that paraffin wax will just sink right in the screws. And sure enough, I was able to take a screwdriver and screw it out, so didn't have to do any repairs onto it. Front windshield is an original. All the pieces here, the doors, the dash, the windshield, the firewall, the cowl, and the cab, I plan to roll it out and sandblast everything this week and then get a coat of epoxy primer on it. The transmission behind us is going to go out next week and get rebuilt. And as I just mentioned with the chassis over there, the 351 Cleveland motor is up at DWA Automotive getting rebuilt now. So that's where we are. I plan to make a couple more videos this week because I'm on vacation. So instead of doing it once a week, I'll hopefully get a couple more in this week. But that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the update. If you have any questions, please send me a message, make a comment, subscribe, share. Anyway, that's it. Good night. Everybody take care.